Well, hey everybody. Welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Shadows of New York. I'm Mattao, and this is Matteo's Corner, and we're just gonna start into this here. I don't remember a lot of this game, and I don't remember any of the voices. I don't remember a lot of things, so just bear with me if people don't sound right. I also don't remember if we read this, so I'm just gonna go into that right now. Aisling Sturbridge, High Regent of the Chantry of the Five Boroughs, a hero of the Battle of New York, the biggest warlock in town. Could be a prince herself if she didn't have her eyes on a bigger prize. The thing is, nobody know. Oh, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting it goes like this. The thing is, nobody knows what that prize is. They only know it has something to do with the goal of her thaumaturgical? Thaumaturgical? I don't know. Research. Thaumaturgical. I'll just call it that. Whoever tried to find out what it is failed. Violently. Oh, gotta wait. Oh, I'm sure you're going to have fun. Miss Sawinski here just informed me Catherine Weiss is back in town. Safe to assume she will join our festivities. You're kidding me. Oh, no, wait, You're kidding me. Um, it was her for sure. Yellow scarf covering her face, chestnut hair, slight accent. Introduced herself as the owner of the art hole. Fits what I've heard. Weiss. Excellent. I'd love to catch up with her. The barely concealed venom in her voice clearly suggests that, in fact, she'd hate to catch up with her. Ooh, we got some history behind these two. Lovely, lovely. Yes, it looks like tomorrow night would be very special. But for now, I bid you adieu. And she's gone. Like a bat out of hell. She'll be coming till the morning comes. Is there some kind of story between Aisling and Waste that I should be aware of? Uh-oh. Dictionary got updated. You could say that. High Regent Sturbridge once attempted to call for a blood hunt on Weiss. What's a blood hunt? Blood hunt. A punishment sentencing a vampire to final death at the fangs of their peers. Oof. Oof. The code of the kindred and the system for punishing transgression is the law of retaliation. Oh. So I guess she used to... So what? From what I'm reading from this, maybe Weiss tried to retaliate at one point? Interesting. Wonder what that was about. Wow. Why? Yeah, I kind of want to know that too. Oh no. 5 different versions. This lady gets around. I've heard 5 different versions of the story, and all of them seem plausible. Catherine's relationship with the city is odd, to say the least. But hush for now. He's obviously trying to kill the conversation, and the appearance of Thomas Archero gives him a perfect way out. Oh, who's this? Mr. Archero? Ah, El Asami. Keep up the good work, eh? Of course. Thomas Archero, an architect by trade. Oops. An architect by trade. He's a herald, a member of Prince Panhard's inner circle, an eccentric whose thoughts seem to be 10 times faster than his words. So he's an artist. It's basically what it is. Herald, a kindred gossip master extraordinaire, will often trade wisdom for favors or political gain. While Harpy originated as an insult, some have taken the term back and wear it as a badge of pride. After all, who doesn't need a friend who has dirt on everyone? Ooh, he might come in useful handy later. Take care on your way to your haven, Mr. Arturo. Oh. A girl Haven. A girl has to hide from the sun somewhere, right? Tends to be at Dakota's place for me, lately. Nobody likes to randomly stumble upon me when I sleep there. So a haven is somewhere where they sleep. That makes sense. Where they live. Oh, yes, yes. He disappears into the night. Well, that was brief. Maybe I should stand in their way. That might force them to properly acknowledge my existence. I mean, you're lucky they said hi to you at all, miss. Just saying. You severely underestimate their dedication to ignoring whelps like you. Whelps. Not much different than the archaic human usage. Whelp is how you refer to your kid when they're fucking up. Kadir loves to use it to put me down from time to time. Ah, so it seems like... So that makes sense, though. The higher-up vampires don't even want to look at her or talk to her. So yeah, actually getting a high or whatever is a lot. So she does underestimate their dedication to ignoring them. And just in case you're serious, I beg of you, don't. I've been meaning to ask you this for a while now, but never had the opportunity. You really hate Arturo's guts, don't you? Uh-oh. Oh no! More tangled webs that are weaving into this. Oh, jeez. It's one person after the other in this game. He carefully measures his diplomatic response. I have no strong feelings about Thomas Arturo whatsoever. Yeah? Oh. Yeah, well, considering you're always listing positives about every local Camarilla representative under the moon, you might as well have called him a cunt. I mean, that's basically what he's doing. Language whelp. And as for Arturo, I'll share my opinion about him as soon as I come up with one that sticks for more than a week. A group of kindred emerges from the art hole, rushing towards the street. Only a noble-looking woman stops next to us. She's wearing a hijab, but curiously enough, doesn't hide her hair beneath it. Primogen? Primogen? I'm gonna say Primogen. Primogen. If you were rude enough to stare, you'd quickly notice the cloth serves mostly to cover up her horrifying scars. Oh! Wow! Yeah, there's some scars there. She looks cute, though. Kadir. Oh, and young Julia. I'm doing my best not to stare, because Samaria is one of the few NYC Camarilla figures who hasn't been an asshole to me yet. Oh, dictionary update. Clan Banu Haqim. The Banu Haqim, I don't know if I said that correctly, I apologize if I didn't say that correctly, called Assamites in the past, but that's basically a slur at this point, are a new addition to the Camarilla, only having joined a few years ago. Before that, they were independent from both the Cam and the Anarchs, and they were used as assassins for hire. Supposed to be very good at that job, too. Nowadays, it looks to me like they've rebranded themselves as Keepers of the Law, which still gives them the occasional chance to hunt somebody down, but no longer for payment in blood, as used to be the tradition. Or at least, not overtly. The one member of the clan that I know well, Samira. Why did I say her name wrong? Samira. S-A-M-I-R-A. Samira. Wow, okay. I am terrible at this today. I apologize. Samira is pretty cagey about this aspect of the Banu Haqim, but I've learned from a few other sources that members of the clan have a bit of a drinking problem. Once they taste another kindred's blood, they find it hard to stop. Oh, that's good to know. Their inclusion in the Camarilla seems to have stirred some discontent among the Tremere, as the lawmen also use a form of blood sorcery to boost their abilities and observe different rituals. Some of them clearly religiously motivated, owned in no small part to the fact that the clan has been traditionally tied to Islam and the Middle East in general. Very interesting. Okay. Good to know. God, these voices hurt my throat. I have a sore throat today, so trying to do... I feels like every time I try to do these, I have a sore throat. Apologies. It's not my intent. Still here. Did the prince require the clan of the Hunt's counsel in some matter? Yes. Oh, I advised her that no matter how hard she tries, she couldn't expect me to wear a different costume tomorrow night. Oh. That's a lot of words there. She's the Banu Haqim Primogen. Just like the Lasombra, their clan was independent from the Camarilla until relatively recently. However, they negotiated a better deal than we did. They have a Primogen, for one. Oof. Bad blood. Quite literally, between them. Hailing from the Middle East, the Banu Haqim are drawn to the practice of justice. The rules must be upheld, and every transgression punished. They don't have much say in NYC, but the prince often seeks their judgment. It's just good PR. I trust she was understanding. Those are beautiful clothes. Oh. Either a man of fine culture or he likes her. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you so much. I'm eager to see the outfit you came up with. And how are you, Julia? Have you seen any lights at the end of the tunnel? Uh-oh. Same old, Samira. Still wandering in the dark, bumping every shin every 2 steps. Sorry to hear that. I trust you're pestering the prince and your superiors to improve your standing. It's a process. Oh, Julia. Oh, there we go. Oh, Julia. You won't achieve anything if you don't keep reaching for it. Kadir, weren't you supposed to teach her the ropes? I'm trying to, Primogen, but with this child, it's always a process. I can only wish you good luck then. Good night, Julia. Good night, Kadir. Good night. Have a safe trip. The art hole has to be almost empty by now. I called it. I called it. Good work, Julia. You're a good one. You know how to spot them. You like her, don't you? Stop with your class clown act, whelp. It'll only Stop with your class clan act, whelp. It only serves to revel deep insecurities or reveal. God, I cannot read today. It only serves to reveal deep insecurities. There we go. Wow, that's harsh. It's factual. Were I as harsh as you claim. She did tell us both to call her Samira, but you're still keeping your distance with that Primogen shit. Watch your profanity. Oop. Wow, he talked a lot this one. Watch your profanity, and don't project your fantasies onto me. I won't give you a lesson about professional boundaries, but I suspect the way you will eventually learn it will be extremely unpleasant. Am I interrupting something, dear folks? Oh, this guy. Who is this dude? He looks like I just played Miles Morales on PS4 and I beat it in like a week, and this guy looks like the villain from. He looks like I forget his name, but he looks like the guy from that game. Even though I'm constantly pestering him, Kadir's composure's unshaken. His response comes swift and unfazed. Not at all, Mr. Vander Whedon. Heading back to your office. You know me, my dear sheriff. Where else would I go? Now, that's curious. Even though Carter Vander Whedon is a Primogen as well. Malkavian, to be precise. I don't hear Kadir address him as such. Maybe he doesn't like this guy. You know, I bet you he doesn't like the Malkavian dude. I bet you he has very little respect for him, and that's why he doesn't call him Primogen. But because he likes Samira, he calls her Primogen because, one, he likes her, and two, it's a respect thing. Clan Malkavian. Oh, wow. This is wordy, too. The Clan of the Moon has earned its reputation as a place for total psychopaths. Oh, no. Oh, we're getting into those guys of the vampire clan now. Oh, boy. Yet there is a twisted kind of reason to the madness of the children of Malkav. Their condition seems to stem from gazing too deeply into the web of connections that govern the world. From learning too much, seeing too much, feeling too much. Blood is how they self-medicate. All Malkavians suffer a mental breakdown following their embrace. Often this is an exacerbation of a disorder, or disorders, that are already present, but sometimes it is entirely new. Best described as a unstable, there is no telling when a Malkavian will snap or drop some unexpectedly wise insight. Called oracles, jesters, or visionaries if they're being nice. Madmen, liabilities, and lunatics if you're not. Dang. Well, okay then. The voice fits in perfectly then. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Oh, I will absolutely show up. Oh, his voice changed. Oh well, I kind of like this new one. Provided I can. But just in case, I already apologized for not making it to the prince. Simply drowning in work these days. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, wow. Wow, he has an interesting voice. The rhythms, tempo, and intonation patterns of his voice are so familiar. Half of it sounds like JFK. The other half exactly like Barack Obama. Just like his appearance, it all feels so fake. Yeah, I can't do that voice, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. He's old money, of course. Comes from a long line of Dutch merchants who originally settled in the New York region. Runs a wildly successful law office. Rubs elbows with elites of both kindred and kine varieties alike. Oh, kine. Is that the, mortals? Ah, that's what I thought. A derogatory way for vampires to refer to mortals. Comes from kindred and kine. Just remember that kine rhymes with swine and you'll get the picture. Ooh, wow. Okay. So we're getting a little bit of, Gosh, what was that really old movie? Daybreakers. So it's like Daybreakers. The movie with, William Dafoe, where basically the vampires in the future, they like took over the world and humans are treated like swine or like cattle that they just eat. Okay, makes sense. It sucks that I have to wait for this to finish typing out before I start speaking. It takes so long. He seems perfect in every way, and that's why he's so unnerving. He's a child of Malkav and must be blighted with some affliction, but whatever it is, he doesn't let it show. Hard not to wonder what he's hiding. The celebrations are planned to last all week. Surely you will find the time? I pray I will, my good man. I pray I will. In case you need to reach me, you know where to find me. Have a good one. I guess because his voice fluctuates all the time, I guess it doesn't matter if his voice sounds different every single time I talk him. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. He doesn't even register my presence before leaving. Sometimes I think they're all still hoping I will simply go away. As Carter drives away in his limousine, Kadir shakes his head. Ah, I called it. Wow, it's easy to call what happens in this game. Well, for now. I did get a bad end in the beginning. You wanted to hear about which member of New York City's Camarilla I dislike the most? Yes. He shoots me a knowing glance and smirks. Too bad. They're all my dear colleagues, and I deeply respect every single one of them. Ah, you slime dog. Sure you do. Wouldn't want to blurt out something that could lock you out of Mr. Vander Weyden's legal services, would you, you ass kisser? I do expect to find myself in need of a good defense attorney when my broke, incompetent, and foul-mouthed assistant finally pushes me over the edge. I like their dynamic. These two are fun. Rude! How wooed! Do you still need me here? I still need to swing by St. Patrick's tonight. Don't worry, we're almost done. The prince is coming out. The captain is the last person to leave the ship, huh? And there she is. Oh, Helen Panhard, the big kahuna, as someone I once knew would call her, the de facto ruler of New York City and a self-professed patron of the arts. Wow. She looks like it, too. I need a voice for her. Kadir, a penny for your thoughts? Uh-oh. You should be pleased to hear the High Regent is resigned to her fate, my prince. Mr. Van Weyden is decidedly not. I suspect he will be too busy to join the festivities all the week through. Excellent. She turns to me. Miss Sawinski, weren't you supposed to accompany our good sheriff in his duties tonight? There was an unexpected change of plans. Catherine Weiss is back in the city. Catherine is here? Now that's a welcome surprise. But what does it have to do with you, Miss Sawinski? Oh. She said she didn't want to trouble you. She said she didn't want to trouble you with all the paperwork regarding her arrival, Prince Panhard. It's all been taken care of. Kadir has already been informed of everything. That's certainly a nice gesture, but... Wait a minute now. Where exactly did you meet her? In a fast food restaurant, my prince. I see. Helen rubs her eyes. Catherine and her love for proletarian amusement. I suppose it will be a source of amusing anecdotes this week. I like how he told her that. Catherine's just like, and the prince is just like, God damn it, Catherine. If we want to avoid these situations in the future, it might be a good time to discuss offering Miss Sawinski an office of her own. We'll get to it eventually. Oops. Wow, that's a lot. We'll get to it eventually. There are more pressing matters at hand. The festivities start tomorrow, and there's still so much to be done. Will you make sure the art hall is secure before leaving? Certainly, my prince. Have a good night. Good night, Kadir. Good night, Miss Sawinski. We'll talk about your work soon. Don't worry. Of course. Good night, Prince Panhard. A chauffeur escorts her to a limo. There's an awkward silence between me and Kadir until the car disappears around the corner. More pressing matters, huh? A penny for your thoughts, Sheriff? Excuse me. I'm certain an image of a keeper of the Elysium stuck in a fast food restaurant will linger in Prince Panhard's mind. You're far closer to your goal than you were a few minutes ago. I'm pretty sure I've heard you say something to that effect a few times now. And I stand by my words. Rome wasn't built in a day, Julia. As a Camarilla loyalist, don't you think it sucks that the Ivory Tower is so hell-bent on showing disrespect to my clan, they're actually willing to make fools of themselves in the process? We've all had to endure our own hazing rituals. But, yes, the current situation is not ideal. Whatever. You need a hand closing up the Elysium? I'll manage. Oop. Jeez. I'll manage. It's getting late. Better run. Some shadow in Chicago is probably impatient to get a copy of the reports you've given me. You've pleased one master. Now it's time to please the other. Yeah. Here's the thing about working for two masters. Neither of them really thinks of you as their own. Not knowing how to reply, Kadir shrugs. I wave to him goodbye and head for the subway. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that subway. Not Subway. Cathedral. Wow. I need to eat something. I haven't eaten at all today. I haven't even drinking coffee. This is embarrassing. I apologize. Um, when I reach St. Patrick's Cathedral, I'm greeted by a voice that grates on me like teeth on tinfoil. Benoit. Oh. Well, well, well. The prodigal daughter returns. Oh my god, no. This is the one thing I didn't want to happen. Julia, please, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Uh-huh. Where's Father Leonard? His clergy duties kept him from getting here on time. He sent me to apologize in his name and keep you company for a few minutes. That's the second thing he ought to apologize for. He just wants his flock to live in unity. I am more than willing to oblige. Why won't you? For the last time, I'm not a part of his flock. We have a purely professional arrangement. This guy's voice hurts. I know you see it that way. The Knight Clan's tendency to stick close to the Catholic Church is their greatest virtue, but they still consider this relationship purely instrumental. This is why we need kindred... This is why we need kindred like you to bring the spiritual change to your clan, to make them understand God's precious gifts. The closer they'd get to the light, the greater their shadows would become. Again with this insufferable sermonizing. Benoit Siegel here is a local nutjob and an ex-artist. A degenerate who had some sort of complete mental breakdown in the 90s. To recover, he took to religion for solace and guidance. Interesting. So what do they call a degenerate? Oh, okay. Clan Toreador. I thought they were going to talk about degenerates. The most artistic of the kindred, the Toreador draw their ranks from the creative class, ranging from painters to digital content creators. The Clan of the Rose boasts many former famous actors, singers, writers, dancers, and even lauded sex workers. The goal is, of course, only to fill the Toreador clan with the best of the best, but its shallow fixation on youth and beauty has caused many hasty decisions. Probably more one-hit wonders under their roof than they care to admit. Also plenty of insufferable divas and influencers. Kadir's one of them, but surprisingly he doesn't show many of their regular traits, maybe other than keeping himself impeccably slick at all times. Interesting! This is so cool learning about all these different vampire clans. But, that is where we're gonna have to stop for today. We are running out of time. Thank you so much for joining me for more of Vampire the Masquerade. Now that Christmas and New Year's is done, I'm gonna start getting more into this game and trying to beat it. I'm sure this game isn't that long if I just make the right decisions and stuff. It does depend, though, whether or not I get another bad ending or a good ending. I'm just gonna play till I get an ending, and then we'll see how I feel going forward, because yeah, having to do a permadeath restart, that really, really sucks, and I really don't want to do that. So, anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. You all have a good one. See you next time. Bye-bye.